She lied that her husband wasn't there. Her husband and her took the girls to be used as sex slaves at a hotel. ACS is being charged for that. So you cannot sit there and say this might be a little stretch. No, it's not. And this is in New York City, the Bronx. There's a lot of shit you do not know that you think you know, but you don't know. And it actually does happen. ACS is the number one criminal suspect in every child case. Literally.
Mm-hmm.
That's why New York says that, yo, we need to tear down ACS, and ACS has a problem with it. If you think Texas is bad, no, New York is bad. It's actually worse. Right now, they even passed a law that says you said that you what is it? You don't refer yourself as a male no more, right?
Or are you, asshole?
Well, guess what? ACS passed the law said if your parents doesn't call you a pronoun, this is what they say, a pronoun, meaning if we don't call you by a female as parents, let's say I was your parent, you could be taken away from my care.
Okay, now that one I know is absolutely because I've had to look that up. That is a fucking. I know exactly where you got that from. That is a lie there. That's a bad. What they do is, if someone is being mistreated for it, like saying like being fucking, like forced to go
No,
to
the
a fucking.
president said it. The president said it. It's not a lie. He even said it.
Where's the clip?
There's another thing that was going around Instagram, and it's actually true because I had to look it up. If you're born, right? The president said that all our children that we signed to birth certificate to, it belongs to everyone. It doesn't belong to the parents.
Yeah, it belongs to the child whose name it is on. I think, 'cause it's their
No,
name.
no, you're wrong. No, President of the United States said you belong to the system. You belong to everyone. You do not belong to your parent who signed your name on the birth certificate.
Well, if you're a U.S. citizen, you belong to the United States of America. That's why they have passports and shit.
No, you're not getting it. No, no. Basically, what he's saying is you no longer belong to your parents because even the birth it says on the birth certificate two parents, right? Two parents signed their signature on the birth certificate. Basically, meaning you're not our child. You belong to somebody else. Basically, your mother never gave birth to you.
If you want, I can read that right now. I have my birth certificate right next to me.
That's not what the state is saying. That's not what the president of the United States is
No,
saying.
you said it said on it, right?
Yeah, it's on it, but that's what the president of the
I
United States is
have
saying.
mine right.
You do not belong to your mother or father. Your father and mother never created you. You belong to somebody else.
No wonder I came from Mars.
If you look at Biden, right?
Here we
They
go.
have two pictures of Biden. The actual real Biden,
Oh my fucking god.
he's actually a real sexual predator. The
Okay,
Biden
that's
that we
it.
have, the Biden, listen, shut up and listen. The Biden that we have now is actually an actor. Look it up. There's one Biden from 2002, and then there's a actor that we have as a president.
Can
Two
I
different faces.
ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Where exactly are you getting your information? Let me ask you this right now. I just want to check the source.
You cannot check the source because it's all over the internet. Everything's all
Wait.
over the internet. They
Yeah.
argue this. They want to impeach Biden that we have now because he's putting laws that don't even need to be put. He sold China. He sold America to China. That's one mistake. He's accepting $500 trillion and 15 different bank accounts. That's another problem. 10 million. Look at that, 10 million and different bank accounts. Him and his son. My wife just told me. Everything you need to know is all over the internet. Just look it up.
Yeah, where, like what, like did you realize there are some people you can post anything to the internet? I want to know like who's posting it type shit here because
News, the news,
yeah,
Instagram.
which
Instagram
news?
acts. Listen, Instagram has its own specific news. Facebook got, what is it? Facebook got what? Channel 12? 12, 5, 11, and 7. That's what Facebook got. Those are the news they got. They also on Instagram. You can find it on Instagram. Everything you need to know
Okay,
about Biden.
so let me
Biden
get
got an
this.
Instagram account. Believe it or not.
So let me get this straight. All the
The Biden.
information that everyone wants to
Hmm.
hide is on Facebook and Instagram.
Yes. And they keep posting it. Everything. That's why I shared it with my wife and her friends, and now I keep posting the same shit over and over and over. You can tell there's two different Bidens. The Biden that we have is actually an actor. It's not a real Biden as president. The president we have is actually an actor.
You know,
Look up Biden
now
for 2002. Look it up right now.
you do realize people age, right?
Huh?
Look, look, I'm gonna say this as nicely as I can, but that is
Where's,
the rambling of an insane person I think I just heard. Like, I'm not trying to be rude here, but holy shit, dude.
give me my phone. Give me my phone. Let me look up Biden from 2002. You're about to look stupid.
Hmm.
Biden from 2002 and the Biden we have as president. Images.
Oh, okay. That's good. No, that's technical. No new weapons.
Joe Biden from 2002.
Oh yeah, my bank. Oh really? It's not there.
Hey Maverick. Hey. Hey Maverick. Can you do me a favor? Can you explain to this dude between Biden that we have as an actor and the Biden that's from 2002?
Oh,
What?
Matter of fact, I'll send him the picture of Biden. Fuck it. I'm gonna put it on
Oh,
the
you
real.
mean like pictures that show it's like
Yeah,
a clone or something?
yeah,
Like, for example, his ears aren't attached to his head in the same way or in the same place.
exactly.
Yeah, that is some pretty interesting stuff.
weird. Let's see. What the heck? Where it is?
Okay. Um, give me a second. Titan, you're about to see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Now, Titan, look that up. Look
What?
at the picture that I just posted.
Okay. Oh boy. Let's see what you got. Uh huh.
Look at the difference. The Biden that you see there is not the same Biden as president. It's not. And that's the one from
Yeah, they are.
2002.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, you still want to sit there and say that's some Ramblings crazy man's thing?
Yeah, honestly, yeah, because I'll tell you what I'm seeing right now. I'm seeing what looks like bad lighting, and the guy's younger. People look different when they're younger. I don't see what you're getting at,
No,
dude.
no, you're wrong. You're not even looking clearly.
I'm looking clearly, dude. I just don't see it. It's making a
There
different.
is a degree where people can look at stuff, and if they choose to see something, they choose to see it. If they choose not to see it, they choose not to see it.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter how obvious it is to one person, it's just indifferent to someone else.
Uh-huh.
So,
Hey, maybe I don't see it, but to me, it's just a little weird, man.
It's not weird. It's not. The Biden that we has as president is not the real Biden. Guarantee it.
Alrighty.
I gotta look at this picture.
It's
But I
there.
mean, I see that stuff with. Ugh.
You know how many times presidents hire actors to freaking replace them?
Oh, this isn't.
It must
These
be.
are definitely not the best pixels, right?
Hey,
Like
Yeah.
the ones that have close-ups on his ears.
like
Don't,
drop the
like for
camera.
example, as somebody ages,
Uh huh.
you'd expect their ears to droop more,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you see that. But what you don't expect is when they're young, their ear attaches like just under the ear canal, like their earlobe attaches there, and then when they're old and their ear is drooping a lot more, it attaches much farther down the neck,
Yeah.
like
I,
that kind of stuff.
yeah, I do understand where you're coming from.
So, in my opinion, that definitely wasn't the best
All right.
example. I've seen much better.
Okay.
I could totally see where Titan was.
Okay, so hold on a second here. Give me just a moment. Okay. And
Everyone
hold on a
looking?
second. Let me just.
Maverick, I'm gonna send it to you on text so you can see for yourself.
Okay. Let me start this over. Alright, can I just get kind of a recap of what's going on?
There you go. That
I'm
shows.
not sure. I mean, the whole idea that, I don't know, it's a body double playing Joe Biden. Some people think it's a freaking android or a clone or something fantastical. I have no clue, but when I look at pictures and I see some, for example, when he did his red speech, the backlit red speech talking about all kinds of divisive things, really. they had some close-ups of like the side of his head, and then compared that to like the age that Jose just showed, and then compared that to him when he was younger, and you could see when he was younger, and then when like 2004 or whatever, like 20 years ago, it looked like the same dude aged, and then as he got older, it looked like it was somebody else that looks like Joe Biden. Like the ear was mounted on his head differently than it was before. Like stuff that doesn't age. Like the alignment of his eyes. Like I've seen some pretty compelling looking things in there for you. So lots of people, different people go lots of different ways with it. And I definitely wasn't trying to hop into this conversation.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just
No,
talking
no
about
offense, especially with people they barely know.
yeah. And I'm in Jose for a while. I just kind of caught me off guard a little bit.
Let me see if I have it on Instagram. Give me one
I don't know.
second.
I'm just curious though. Like you said, channels are like channels of like what networks? I know there's like always like a bunch of different people who say channels. You know, channel this. They mean like 8 different news sources. I'm just curious of what you're talking about exactly. Yeah. So I maybe understand where you're coming from here.
Me?
No, Jose here. Like, before you joined, they were talking about. I was asking about sources. You know, just curious.
I'm like,
Give me a second. I'm gonna search for it real soon.
I don't know, maybe he's talking about how if you look at the left leaning stuff, you'll get one
What?
form of truth, and if you're looking at right leaning stuff, you'll get the same story with a whole different truth. It makes it hard to
Oh, it's not.
not put them both off, in my opinion. They both hold truth.
No, right now we just went through hell with Crimson.
Yeah.
Not too long ago. It took all three of us just to explain it to her. Cause she's mixing torpedoes with beams and some other crazy shit.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. Okay, I found it. I definitely found it.
All right.
I'm
Found
taking a
what?
picture. I'm definitely gonna be posting this shit. Okay. Thank God I had it. Sony. Yes, at. I had it on Instagram. So. And it says it up there for everybody to see. This is the real Joe Biden from 2002. Oh shit.
You got Polly going off in chat.
Who, Polly? He just helped Titan with a big freebie.
Huh? Oh yeah. Thanks. I got it shipped to me, guys. Really nice.
Polly hooked you up?
I don't know. I think it wasn't it
Yeah,
Shepard?
he said keep quiet about it because he don't want
Oh,
anybody
took
to
it out of the
know.
bank.
No, he took it out of his own stash.
Oh. Oh.
That was extra secret news.
Yeah. I just posted it. Go ahead, look at it, guys.
Okay, let's see what you're looking about.
It should be still be sending. That's one.
Uh huh.
There you go. That's the. Oh, hold on. Wait. Oh shit. There you go.
Okay. So what exactly am I looking at?
Oh no, sorry. It says 2012.
Uh-huh.
That's the real Joe Biden. Read what it says on top.
One on top, right? Alright, I'm trying to figure out exactly what I'm looking at here. With this, I want to say the card.
It's
Joe
the,
Biden, 2012. The
Okay.
real Joe Biden. Uh, what it
I
says?
hope we don't have anybody want to get our chat kicked off the internet over this.
No. Let me.
Imposter.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
what's that about?
Dude,
I'm trying to figure
those
this out.
cards are freaking insane.
That's what I'm trying to tell Titan. Like, shut up and listen.
Uh-huh.
That's the real Joe Biden from 2012. The one we got from 2020 is not the real Joe Biden.
Uh-huh.
The one in 2020 is actually an actor.
I guess that makes sense. Okay. I think
So
I'm seeing where you're coming from.
And it says Deep State
Mm-hmm.
pedophile. The other one says Security Savings America.
Mm-hmm.
Actor. And it says that there. Actor Joe Biden. The real Joe Biden.
Mm-hmm.
so
The one in the
the
blue
playing
is the one in the blue is the actor.
oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
So the playing card.
Yep.
There was this conspiracy board game or something from like decades ago.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
And it had some rather interesting things on it, but I mean, nobody would have expected it's anything other than just a crazy board game.
So,
Except things that were in that board game
Mm-hmm. Go
keep
ahead.
coming true. It
Exactly.
had the Twin Towers burning
Exactly.
like
Even
20 years before it happened. It
exactly.
had all
Exactly.
kinds of.
Even the Simpsons been calling the future the whole time, and a lot of it from the Simpsons actually came true. So now they saying, oh, who's giving the Simpsons the actual true information of what's been going on?
so let me get this
Yeah.
straight. I'm gonna say like catch up here because I think I'm learning a lot here. So, the board game and The Simpsons knew it all before and actually made it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Perfect mental.
I mean, with the. I don't know with the Simpsons thing. There could be somebody who had some
Deep state knowledge.
premeditated plan, but I was talking specifically about that card game or whatever.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
There were so many
so
things that were really odd and very specific that
Mm-hmm.
later happened.
Mm-hmm.
For example, the Twin Towers being hit with airplanes, and
Exactly.
that was in this game like 20 years before it happened. That's a really odd coincidence.
Exactly. And then the Simpsons came out and they started calling the
Wait,
future as
wait,
well.
be, before you go all Simpsons with it, that I know what you're talking about, Jose, but if somebody's looking at it from a skeptical perspective, that's going to sound the most off the wall, probably.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I can't really
Um,
imagine
But
a
so
genius
far the
like that.
Simpsons hasn't been
That
off
was
though.
not
They
true. Yeah.
I mean, this card game thing, though,
it's actually been true.
I don't remember. I don't remember all the details, but like the coronavirus that was on there. The
Mm-hmm.
Twin Towers was on there.
Mm-hmm.
Strangely specific
Information.
major things that happened decades after that game came out.
Hmm.
It's, I mean,
No, Maverick is explaining.
like coincidence, strange coincidence can definitely happen.
Exactly.
But when strange coincidence on top of strange coincidence top of strange coincidence a dozen times over happens,
Exactly.
there's something more going on.
And there's even a movie I watched. I believe it's called Nope, or Sign of Freedom or something like that. Sign of Freedom, right?
Oh,
Sound
the
of
sound
Freedom.
of
Yes,
oh
Sound of
yeah,
Freedom. That's another movie that came out that became as a prediction and actually does happen. Same thing with Canada Fire.
the sound of freedom literally just dropped, and it's talking about
Mm-hmm.
trafficked kids.
Yes.
Um, it's just waking a lot of people up to the fact that that's
That is
gone on in mass.
exactly, and ACS or Child Services is one of them. They're part of it. I was
Uh-huh.
explaining that to him earlier. So you have to look at it as a deep state cover up, basically. There's certain things that's being leaked that's not supposed to be leaked. Same thing with the Simpsons calling the future. Same, the car that started first, then the Simpsons started afterwards. And the Simpsons hasn't been wrong. They even said it that Donald Trump is going to be president in 2024.
Uh huh.
So you have to look at it as a logical person, not as a skeptical and be like, "Oh, that's a lie and this and that." That's how it starts. And when people
But
don't start reading into things like the way it's supposed to be read into, then that's where problem starts.
I
That
know,
Go ahead.
I think I know where Titan's head is,
No,
and
I'm
this a
taking this
lot
all
of
in.
the stuff he's talking about is what I usually hear referred to as far right crazy conspiracies. And
Mm-hmm.
I've had enough conversations with Jose. I, I don't think he's even right, let alone anywhere close to the far right.
Yeah.
Um,
No, I'm
But I
just
haven't
listening.
been wrong. I haven't been wrong.
I'm
And
not saying you're not correct. I'm saying politically, you're not some Nazi whack job, which is where a lot of this
exactly.
stuff is. Sources of information will get out ahead of it. For example, the movie you just brought up, and say it's a crazy QAnon conspiracy, um, which, as somebody who's looked into every effing conspiracy since long before it was cool,
I stay
I was
looking
the
into that
guy
shit.
my family was calling a tinfoil hat wearing moron when I was trying to warn them to fill up their freaking cabinets before Corona hit. They're like, no, the news is saying it's just a flu. Everything's fine.
I even told my
I'm like,
wife that
dude, I'm watching videos of people face planting in the street in China or welding people in their fucking apartment buildings.
exactly.
Like, this is not gonna just be another.
Like I
And
got.
then everybody was like, oh my god, you were right. This is going crazy.
I even told
I'm
my
like, who
wife
told you?
before even COVID hit that it's going to start in China, then it's going to hit Tokyo, and then it's going to hit America. What happened when the first freaking COVID hit? What happened? China even admitted it that they leaked it. At first, they wanted to deny it, but they actually admitted that they leaked it on purpose, on literally on purpose, to kill off half of the human population because we getting overcrowded.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
You get what I'm saying? But the problem was the United States had a part in it as well. Or basically, I would say basically the whole fucking UN had a part of it. And what they gained from doing that, making more money, making people terrified, making people scared, making people skeptical. You're one of them that's skeptical. That's why I always do my research. I look up every fucking possibility to see if I'm wrong, to see if I have any doubts. And yo, I can't even fucking explain half the shit that I know. Why? Because I work for the Senate. I be up there telling them, yo, I don't want to know anything about fucking politicians. I tell my wife half the stuff that does come true, and it does come true. There's going to be another COVID, but it's going to be the one where the military is practicing for the zombie apocalypse. They already have it on paper. They practicing for
You
that.
think they're gonna make an actual zombie virus?
I wouldn't put it past them. Let's put it like that. I,
I
I,
guess that
If
is
it
the next
were
logical step.
a possible thing, then I don't
listen,
know why we wouldn't just make a super flu. But I mean, I live in Tennessee.
listen.
Zombies ain't gonna make it very far.
No. What it is, the way they preparing these soldiers from London to America, because we have the largest military by far. The problem is that I did look into it and I see a couple of flaws on how they gonna release the shit. Um, One is by plane, which is doubtful that's gonna ever fucking happen. Others through food. That's
Got
gonna
any,
be a problem.
got any idea
Ah,
what kind of food?
uh,
Most likely
it
be.
varies from meat to crops to fucking vegetables to fruits. You can name it. It varies. I don't know the actual specifics on how they're gonna release it. All I know is you'll better be ready. I already have weapons in the house. I don't give a shit. I'm locked up in the house 24 fucking 7.
So,
I,
in your, so let me ask you this right now. This is a good question for me at least, because you got me a little worried now. What would be the best weapon against these zombies you're talking about here, the zombie viruses?
swords, guns, knives, straight to the head. I've watched
Now,
I've watched enough freaking Walking Dead, Resident Evil. I played enough games to know exactly what to do.
I
So,
mean,
sword,
if we're
gotcha.
going with Hollywood zombies, but if we're talking about a virus, do you know what virus actually mimics that best?
You know the virus? There's a plant that takes over insects' body and mind. Is
There's a fungus that does it.
exactly. But imagine that on a huge, bigger scale. I would say
Uh,
tens
I'm
of
talking like
thousands.
rabies. They
So,
even made a horror movie about it, rabies.
Yes.
But
That.
if you had like aerosolized rabies, and then at that point, I mean,
But
flash them in the egg isn't necessarily going to do the trick.
no, it's
so,
not. But the one they plan on using is the one that's like the basically is like a plant, but it's more like a fungus plant that takes over the human brain the same way it takes over ants, insects and shit like that. Same way.
so, do you
Interesting.
think that they would make, say, a vaccine because it only would destroy, like, say, half the
All right.
population?
No, if you really think about it, have you watched the movie? No, TV show called The Last of Us.
No, I have not.
It's the exact same way. It's like a perfect fungus that takes over the human body, and then
That's
and
from Hollywood.
yeah, but imagine it by tens of thousands more bigger,
It's
and
crazy how much shit comes out in Hollywood.
that actually does happen in real life. That's what I'm
Crazy,
saying.
yeah, really crazy.
So I've looked into it. I have doubts on how they're gonna deliver it. I have doubts that it ever's gonna happen, but just in case,
You're
let's say
packing
per
swords.
se, I'm packing every goddamn sharp object I can fucking find. I'm not
Bro,
playing.
if there's some kind of zombie apocalypse, you
That's
should
it.
be getting the fuck out of New York City as fast as you can before that shit happens.
Nigga, what do you think I've been trying to do? But unfortunately, I don't have the resources, so I'm stuck. And New York City is the biggest place for fucking zombie apocalypse. If you really think about it.
I wouldn't say that.
Who you lying to, boy? Who
No,
you no no no
if we're
no no
talking
no.
about population, I would say more less Tokyo, maybe, China probably.
Mexico City is the most densely populated
And
city
you
in the
saying United States is not the most dense population for a zombie apocalypse?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
You're lying. You
Dude, India is by far the most. India and China
all right,
are far more
all right.
densely
You
populated.
have all right.
So
Let's
is Indonesia,
all right. Let's say y'all guys is right.
Bangladesh.
Let's say your guys is right, but you
Hmm.
have to count into an equation the wind speed. You got what I'm saying?
Yes.
The
The
wind
wind
speed.
speed.
Exactly, because when
Is
you
it
if
how
you
quickly they fucking fart out the virus?
no, what I'm saying is that if you really gonna go down the roads of Resident Evil, viruses travel by air. Am I right or wrong?
I'm busy talking and I'm gonna lose this.
No,
But if
I'm keeping focused. I'm keeping focused.
viruses
Five, four,
travel
three.
by
Can't
air,
go on the hold on. Lost it.
viruses always travel by air.
Okay.
There's no excuses. There's no way to stop it.
What
And
about
viruses
the Black
get
Plague?
into everywhere.
Viruses do not always
Yeah,
travel by
didn't the
air.
Black Plague travel by rats?
Blood,
Yes,
bloodborne.
fleas and ticks.
Blood,
Yes, but
yeah,
if we talking about zombie apocalypse, that's a whole different virus.
Mm-hmm.
that's typically portrayed as a bloodborne thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you have to get bit to get infected. Unless you're doing the Walking Dead version where everyone was pre-infected.
Exactly. And who would actually purposely pre-infect human beings? Military.
Uh-huh.
They have a whole science built for science for the military. They have their own, you know, navy. They have their own special forces. These guys travel everywhere. They don't take shots. They don't take vaccines 24 fucking 7.
Well,
Really?
yeah,
Yes,
actually.
they do.
They are required
Are
to
you
get
all
vaccinated.
right? Listen, you just said it. Required. But how
Yeah.
many of them actually don't do it? Think
Well,
about it.
it wouldn't be a requirement if
In the
you weren't meant
military,
to
there's
do it.
always two people.
How many of them
With
actually
your
don't do it?
family and friends, I know
I would say you would
enough to
have to
know.
get, your fucking shots before you'd be able to go anywhere. That's pretty sure that's like a pretty big thing for the
Not
military.
necessarily. Not necessarily.
I wouldn't say
Um,
necessarily.
Call
if
everybody
it
into the doctor,
if
and
it
everybody lines up, and everybody gets jabbed.
all right. But how often do you think that happens? Especially when it comes
I
to parades.
think that happens a
Parades,
lot.
parades
Because
don't necessarily means they have to get a shot. They
but
can go
you
to parade at any given time. They
no,
can
it's
line up for a parade. They can skip that.
you
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
you do
It's
realize
not
that their
a hundred.
shots last years, right? They usually do it when they're enlisted, right? They
All
don't
right, yeah, usually
deploy.
it lasts years, but eventually that wears down, right
Yeah,
or
then
wrong.
they have to go get back into the thing. It's an appointment. They're scheduled to get a review before they're allowed to deploy again. Yeah.
If they are deployed, you just said it. If they are deployed,
Yeah, parade
it's
counts
not
as deployed.
exactly. But what I'm saying is, deployment can mean anything. It can mean that you're deployed to fight or whatever. That's how you skip getting needles. Am I right or wrong?
You're wrong. You have to up to date shots before you're
Not
allowed to go.
necessarily. Not necessarily.
Yes,
If you
necessarily.
if you schedule to deploy, right? Right? Hear me out. Hear me out. If you still scheduled to be deployed,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
You can say, "Oh, I don't want the shot because I have to keep the schedule and da 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 da." How many
No,
times people have done that?
they probably none because they'll tell you no, you have to do this before you're allowed to go. That's protocol. If you can ask
How
more
many?
about it, because I guarantee he'll probably know that better than anyone.
How many of them actually follow protocol? That's what I'm saying.
Seeing as though
Any protocol can be.
Can I say something?
seeing as though
Any
you don't,
protocol.
you're probably court-martialed. Yeah, I would say a good amount of them.
All right, court martial, but this not guarantee that they will get the shot. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Oh,
A lot of them could sit there and say, "No, I'm not doing this." They have a right to say that. Just like let's say, oh, a woman getting raped inside the fucking military, whatever. She can go and make a report, and she can be like, "Oh, I'm not taking this shot. I'm not taking that shot." It's her right. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They could say no, I don't want the shot, or no, I don't want that. It's as
Listen,
simple as that.
bro.
No.
In the military, they're like, deployment, no deployment, doesn't matter. Everybody report to, I forget what the hell they call the doctors, the infirmary.
Yeah, I know the infirmary.
They did everybody, they sent in the infirmary, line up. You, raise your sleeve.
Okay.
Boom, next. Boom, next. Boom, next. That's how they do it. They don't have a choice.
Yeah, no, that's one of the that's something you really do not have a choice with. Because that's
The only time I've heard of anybody trying to resist it is the COVID one.
yeah, I'm pretty sure they got court-martialed for that, you know?
No, no.
Some of them got punished, some of them didn't.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
For it, but that's the only instance in which I've ever heard of that.
You know, state standards.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's not 100%. That's what I'm trying to tell you. These people can say, yo, I'm not taking this shot because I'm afraid of this and this and that. They can get away with it. Some of them, yes, they will get court-martialed. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Like, maybe not 100%, but it's like a 99.8%, if not higher.
Now, I want to bring something up. You mentioned earlier. I was just trying to get the because I wanted to just. I just wanted to get like you kind of brushed off in passing. I want to hear what you said earlier. Something about a kid not being called their pronouns and have their like be taken away by child services. What you're trying to say?
Yes, that actually made a law. The president even said it. That if you don't call your child a certain pronoun,
Yeah.
and he said it, is they already passed the law, and I believe in wait, what they passed that law at? Chicago. Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
They passed a law in
Illinois.
Chicago.
Illinois.
You don't get. That's where Biden jumped in to say because he wants to have it out here in New York City. Because then you got to remember, New York City is the biggest place of having, transsexual, bi, all that stuff. So parents,
Wait, hold on. What now? Sorry, I misheard. What?
oh my God,
No, I'm sorry.
New York City is the
Yeah.
biggest place to have transsexuals,
Yes.
bis, homosexuals.
Okay.
But the thing is, a lot of parents, a lot of children don't have mother and fathers.
Yes.
That's, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, ACS is trying to have the president pass a law in the United States saying that if you don't call your children a certain pronoun, basically, if your child see himself as a female, you got to call that child a female or a she or a he.
That
You know what I'm
issue on
saying?
its own?
Yes, it is an issue in its own, and people has spoke up about it and it is sparked a more of an argument in New York City. And this is in New York City. Now, hear me out. Shush, wait. Now, the problem is with that I do have an issue with. And I told my children, you're born as a female, and I told the males, because my wife had 2 boys and 2 girls, and I have a son. And I told them all specifically, if you're born a female with a cooch and all, and you're able to have a fucking dick up in there and have babies, you're a fucking female. That's it. I told my boys, if you have a dick, you're able to produce sperm, you're a fucking nigga. That's it. I don't want to hear this, oh, you a female, or I'm a nigga. No.
So,
I'm not tolerating it.
you have an issue with what I told you when I first wanted to come in, though?
No, I don't have the issue with that. I just have the issue with the state trying to force, because you got to remember in Chicago and other places,
Well, you kind of.
listen, hear me out. They forcing children to watch while they have gay people in school twerking in front of these children. You get what I'm saying to you?
So,
That in itself is a problem because
let me
what
get
it
this
is,
straight.
you forcing. Wait, hear me out. They forcing children, young ages between 4 and up, to be gay, and for one good reason, not to reappropriate. You know what that means for a children not to reappropriate?
Uh-huh.
Think about what I'm telling you. Let
So,
that sink in.
let me get this straight. Let me just
And when you wait,
reformulate this.
go ahead.
They are exposing children to gays twerking in school to ensure they do not procreate.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And they also producing a drug for the children not to have a chance to reappropriate.
So they're sterilizing children too.
Yes. And that's starting in Chicago. Now imagine if that shit spread to everywhere. New York City is alone is bad enough because of the simple fact I don't have personal problems with gay or bisexual whatever. As long as you keep it to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't go out there and show your nuts or ass cheeks or butthole to children on buses or trains or whatever.
Okay.
I've seen enough of that to get offended.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Now,
Because they don't have respect for themselves.
alright, so
That's the biggest issue.
they don't have respect for themselves.
You get what I'm saying? And these people, when they drink, they want to start problems. They want to show off. They want to do stupid shit. And when you confront them, they don't like it. You get what I'm saying to you?
No,
Like you
because
have respect for yourself. You know what you are. You know what to do and what not to do. You get what I'm saying?
wait, what do you mean I know what to do? I just want to clarify.
Meaning you don't go out there and expose yourself to children. Do you do that?
No, because
All right then. You're not stupid. All right. But the ones in New York, they are fucking full on stupid.
Uh-huh.
There's a difference. You know what I'm saying? They pick fights with Ubers. I've seen that shit happen. They expose themselves to children. They end up freaking going to jail for being a perv. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You know what I'm saying? There's some gay people that has respect for themselves that actually have class.
Some.
You know what I'm saying? And there's some that acts like a fucking animal. I'm sorry to say it like that, but they do.
Back to what you said earlier about you're saying if to put it in layman's terms, if your kids came out, you would basically say no, that's wrong type shit.
Yeah.
So, say one of them ever
Honestly.
did, would you still talk to them type shit, or would you just?
Yeah, I would still talk to them. Actually, they went. Both of the girls claimed they was gay, but until they experienced it themselves when their friends trying to force themselves on them by kissing them and shit like that. They was like, no, I'm not liking that.
That's a different thing.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'll tell you one. No, but
But hear me out. Hear me out. I explained to them. There's a lot of risk with being gay or bisexual or stuff like that. You have to deal with the AIDS, the HIV, and shit like that because you don't know what this person may have or might not have. I actually go to details with them. I educate them. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to full-on gay parents, they don't teach their children. They be like, "Oh, you're not getting this shot. You're not getting that shot. Or you're not getting the hepatitis C or B or whatever." You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't have a problem with any of that, with you guys being gay or this person being gay or that person being gay. But yo, have respect for yourself and do right by the community. Don't act a fucking fool. There's a difference.
So
If you're gonna act like an animal, yo, go somewhere else.
So, to sum it all up, what you're saying here, homosexual parents do not tell their kids to get the appropriate treatment, say, I don't know, vaccines for whatever diseases they might have. And
Exactly.
they have, majority of them have no class when it comes to being outside as well.
And which I've had, exactly, which I do have experience and seeing that shit firsthand. There's several times I actually caught into a fucking fight with one of them. So, and New York is the wrong place or wrong time kind of situation all the time. These people just don't give a shit. They don't. Now, if it was somewhere else, they actually respect themselves. let's say Colorado or Kansas or Smallville, which I don't believe that shit is actually real, but anywhere in the state, they actually respect themselves. You get what I'm saying? When they go outside, they don't drink crazy or fucking act stupid or exposing themselves. Have you ever exposed yourself to a young kid? No. Neither have I. I know Maverick hasn't done that shit. He hasn't experienced that shit before. But in New York is bad because New York itself is a corporation kind of damn thing, if believe it or not. They let anything fly. We had the highest. If I look it up right now,
What's
we had the
what you're
highest perv
describing?
on internet, and in my area where I live at, we have about like 100 and something perverts live in our
So,
block.
let me ask you a question. What would you consider to be pervy behavior?
Exposing yourself, jacking off inside the train station in front of other
Okay.
children, in front of other people. That's
Okay.
considered inappropriate.
Yeah. I could agree on that. Jerking off in public is absolutely weird.
You know how many times I've seen that when I'm with my children? I see the guy looking at my daughter jerking off. I have to literally take them in with my wife and family and move to a different car.
Okay.
And that's on the
I
subway
think
alone.
that's what you're describing is specifically
And these people are the
a.
homosexuals you were talking about earlier?
Yeah,
I think this is specifically a byproduct of New York and the
exactly.
laws set up there, and
Okay.
the fact that I mean I've heard of people doing crazy stuff, stabbing groups of people, and getting released within 2 days.
Exactly. And that's in New York alone.
Raping, getting released, raping, getting released, raping, getting released.
Exactly.
That's due to the legal system in New York itself. That's I think what you're describing is you apparently have seen all kinds of crazy shit because they don't ever stop anyone from
They
killing
have
in all wild.
exactly. They just passed a law stating that if you already committed a previous crime, you cannot be charged for that crime.
Wait.
If you committed the same crime again from the previous crime you already committed, you cannot be charged again.
I think
Literally.
that's been a law. It's called double jeopardy.
No, it has not. It has not.
I think what Jose means is, let's say you stabbed somebody.
Uh huh.
You go to court, you do your time or you get released because they are doing that in New York, what I've seen.
Yes.
Um, and then you go and you stab someone else,
Mm.
separate incident, separate people. They can't basically charge you with stabbing them, which is utter lunacy.
Why can't
And
they charge you with stabbing a different person?
it's a law that
That's what he's talking about. It's some of the craziest shit I've ever.
and that goes for the same thing with the rapists. They cannot be charged for the same shit over and over and over and over. Basically. Basically, they could be out here raping anybody they fucking want and nobody can do shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I've heard of
That's what I'm.
various instances of
Exactly.
insanity that goes completely unpunished
I gotta,
in New York City
since we're on
that
the,
wouldn't happen anywhere else.
topic of assault, what do you think of the rules of letting, say, a trans person use the bathroom they identify with?
That's actually been a lot of problems with that too. Oh boy. Oh shit, damn it. In New York City alone, and I'm not speaking anywhere else. I'm speaking in New York City specifically.
Yeah, of course.
Because any other state, it's a whole different rules and laws. You got to remember that. New York City alone had issues with it because of there's several transgenders who identified to that specific bathroom
Mm-hmm.
actually assaulted girls, actually raped them inside public bathrooms of the school.
Okay,
So basically, wait. because this is where I need to explain to you so you can understand.
Uh-huh.
Those people has been charged, but the problem is they actually got off of those charges, and they have spoke up to the district schools because they have districts out here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, district over here as
And
well.
the districts are saying, "Oh, there's nothing wrong with it," but the children are speaking up to their own experience, what they went through, and the rape they went through, the assault they went through, the stabbing they went through in New York City alone. That's a big issue, and
Right.
I feel like, to be honest, the transgenders need their own bathroom. They don't need to share the bathroom with the females, or the females who wants to be males cannot share a bathroom with the males. I don't think that's appropriate at all
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
for safety reasons, as well, not just safety reasons, for personality reasons as well, because
Personality
there's a
reasons?
lot. Yes, because there's a lot of psychological things that go on when you transition over to being, let's say you're female and you taking the hormone pills or whatever. There's a lot of transition goes into that,
Uh-huh.
as well as a lot of mental status that goes into it as well. You get emotional, you get this, you turn into that. There's a lot of problems.
Yeah,
You have to
I hate to
understand
break
that.
it to you, but that's yeah, no. As someone who's seen it firsthand, who's known people before and after, yeah, no. Nothing you can take will make you want to assault someone, unless you already want to do it.
Yeah, but the problem is it has happened in New York, so whatever you say doesn't count.
Oh, okay. I guess so. I guess I'm not New York. I guess I understand. Alright, go ahead.
You get what I'm saying? There's a whole different. Where you live at? Honestly, where you live at?
About 20 minutes shy of fucking New York, actually.
20 minutes shy. Where? It's 20 minutes shy.
Down below in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. What's the laws out there? I guarantee you, it's not the same as New York City.
Huh? Near
What's the
Philly.
laws down there? The
Actually, not
laws.
correct.
The laws.
The lowest what?
The laws. W
Same.
L. No.
Yeah.
Guarantee you, it's not.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
No. No. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Guarantee you, it's not.
I guarantee you they are.
Nope.
Yeah.
What's the laws for cops? Can you record cops down there?
You record cops? Yeah, you can record a cop down there.
Can you actually challenge the cops' ruling?
What do you mean? Define ruling.
Okay, let's say you get assaulted.
Okay.
Can you tell, or let's put it like this? Let's say you got arrested and assaulted. Can you ask a cop for their name and ID?
Yes.
Can you actually call CCRB and be like, oh, I'm gonna do this and this and this and that?
Yes.
Are you sure about that?
Yes. As someone who has many people of their family in the police force, yes, you can.
I'm about to look it up right now.
Okay, go ahead. You can ask an
Guarantee
officer
the
their badge
law.
number.
You said Pennsylvania, right?
Pennsylvania? Yeah.
Hold on, let me check something.
Might vary from district to district, but the same rules still apply. You can still ask an officer for their badge number.
All right, you're wrong, Titan. They trying to make the laws from New York to be passed in Pennsylvania. It's not the same. I just asked my wife because she got family lives out there. It's not the same.
And I live here, and as well as the family members of my who are cops, they repeatedly have told me,
No,
yes, you can.
listen, no,
It's who we are.
because cops don't know every law in the book, and that's a known fact. It's actually a known fact.
Yes.
There's too many laws in the book for cops to actually understand. That's one.
Okay.
Actually, no, that's two. Three, you could ask any cop, do they know every law in the book? And they will tell you no.
Yes.
9 out of 10, they will play it off.
Yeah.
So you can't sit there and say the laws there's